I'm Melissa Darnay, and you are sipping with the Wine Maven. You may have wondered how wine experts are able to differentiate all those different flavors and aromas in wine. The answer is simple. We practice a lot. My guest today is Bill Brock, my own videographer who makes me look so fabulous on film. Bill, welcome.
Thank you, Melissa. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. Now tell me about your company. What's the name of your company?
My company's name is White Rock Films.
White Rock Films. And how long has it taken you to become an expert videographer?
Well, I've been producing videos for about 10 years now, but never stop learning.
Okay. Well, what if I told you that you could become an expert wine taster in just a fraction of that time?
I would say you'd have to prove that.
Okay, I'm up to the challenge. Your brain has an in-depth catalog of thousands and thousands and thousands of different aroma profiles. All you need to do is access those different aromas, and pretty soon you'll be tasting like a pro. Now in front of you, you have a glass of Halcyon Chardonnay. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and swirl it for me, and then smell it. Now when you smell it, Bill, what do you smell?
Chardonnay.
It smells like Chardonnay. Well, that's a very fair comment. What if I told you that the winemaker's notes that came with this wine, because we always provide winemaker's notes, told you that it has aromas of apple, lemon, caramel, and even fresh mint?
I'm not totally convinced.
Okay, he's not totally convinced. Well, let's go ahead and do an experiment then. What I'm gonna do is have him smell each one of these. Now what I'm doing is taking a fresh apple and cutting it, because the best time to smell an apple is right when it's freshly cut. So go ahead and just smell that apple and then smell the wine. Do you smell that crisp apple smell in there?
I do get a hint, absolutely.
Okay, now we're gonna go to the next one. The next smell is lemon. Now in lemon, most of the smell isn't in the pulp, but rather in the skin. So go ahead and smell the skin portion. It's a very citrusy smell. A lemon can be pretty overpowering. So in a Chardonnay, you're not necessarily going to get a really heavy lemon smell, but you will get a subtle lemon smell. Do you smell that one?
Yeah, I do detect a little trace of it.
The next one we're gonna smell is some fresh mint. Now, a lot of you may think you know what mint smells like because you've had mint candy. But fresh mint has a very herbal, earthy smell that you don't get from mint candy. Do you smell the mint in there? I don't think he's smelling the mint. Okay,
not so much.
That's okay. A lot of times it just takes practice, because that is a more subtle flavor and aroma in this wine. Now next, I've heated up some caramel, some nice caramel sauce. Heating it up is going to allow those aromas to come out. Caramel is basically brown sugar and butter. So when you smell this, you may get the caramel, maybe you just get kind of that brown sugar smell, or you may get the butter smell. Maybe a little bit. Okay, great. So if these are the prominent flavors and aromas in this wine, by having the winemaker's notes, you're gonna know what to look for. But really the easiest thing to do when you go to the grocery store, pick up whatever fresh produce you're about to buy and smell it. Smell the skin of it. Know what an apple smells like. And when you get really good at this, each apple has its own distinct aroma. Now what I want you to do is we're gonna smell this again and see if you can just smell the unique blend of all these different aromas in the wine.
You know, it does start to become a lot more apparent than it was before.
It does. It's not just Chardonnay anymore. Isn't that crazy?
Amazing.
Okay, let's go ahead and taste this. What wine tastes like isn't necessarily always what it smells like. But do you think it's pretty close to what it smelled like?
It's close. Yeah,
Yeah, it is pretty close. There are some liar wines, but this one isn't one of them. This one is pretty true to form. Now this wine is good with so many things. It's good with roasted chicken. It's good with fragrant curries. It's good with brie. It's also good with a glass with a friend. Now, this leads me to my friend Stacey Wetzel of Cater 10, who is going to pair something wonderful with us. Stacey, welcome. And I have to tell you what she's about to serve. She had at a wine tasting the other night, we did a wine tasting event, They started off with her chicken salad just as an appetizer. People were raving about this, raiding the kitchen to try to get the rest of her chicken salad. So, Stacey, tell us about your chicken salad and what makes it so wonderful.
I think the key is that I roast the chicken prior. So instead of doing something like boiling a chicken and taking it and putting it into the salad, I roast it and actually did put a little bit of curry in there.
Oh, so that's going to be
pretty
great
straightforward
with
this wine.
Absolutely. And there, I see apples in there too.
Yep. You got some apples, you got some citrus that's actually in there as well. So one of the things that we've talked about several things with cooking with wine. We've deglazed, we've marinated the steak, we did it with another wine, we've done it in dressings. This one I actually just was real straightforward and put it in the dressing as a vinaigrette.
Oh my goodness, she put wine in the chicken salad. You've got to try this at home, and you have to email me and tell me how it is. Go to my website, thewinemaven.com, and let us know. So Bill is the lucky boy today because he gets to eat
There's some perks.
the chicken salad that has wine in it. This has got to be a first.
All right. Lean over the plate on this one.
And this recipe is on her website. Please tell us what that is.
Cater10.com.
Cater and then the number 10.com.
What'd you think?
And then go ahead and take a sip of wine.
It's amazing. Very tender.
Thank you. Should bring out a lot of those notes.
Yeah, it does. It just, it really just kind of melds.
Does it bring out some of the fruit notes in there too?
Yeah.
And now,
Protecting the hint of the apple and the lemon.
does the wine make the food taste better?
Didn't try to figure it out.
Definitely, I'm not used to having wine with a lot of food, but I would say it definitely adds a different touch to it, and I like it.
Absolutely. In the perfect pairing, the wine should make the food taste better, and food should make the wine taste better. It should be a win-win combination. So Bill, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, what's your website?
My website is whiterockfilms.com.
You know, this is really fun for me because Bill gets to be on this side of the camera and see what it's like. So I gotta say this, if any of you use Bill and you're on this side of the camera and you get a little nervous, I'm gonna send you a free bottle of wine to relax you before your video shoot. So until then, cheers.